Hey everybody, welcome to Mind Blown. Today, we will go over the 7 signs to watch out for when you're burnt out. Make sure to watch until the end, as we will give you some tips on how to take care of your well-being. Do you feel you want to spend most of your time in bed, lying down and not doing much lately? Are you someone who quickly gets tired and doesn't feel like doing anything? Do you label this kind of behavior as mere laziness? And/or is there something more? Maybe it is a sign that you are burnt out. What is burnout? Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet constant demands. As the stress continues, you lose the interest and motivation that led you to take on a specific role. Burnout reduces productivity and saps your energy, leaving you feeling increasingly helpless, hopeless, cynical, and resentful. Eventually, you may feel like you have nothing more to give. The negative effects of burnout spill over into every area of life, including your home, work, and social life. Burnout can also cause long-term changes to your body that make you vulnerable to illnesses like colds and flu. Because of its many consequences, it's essential to deal with burnout right away. Causes of burnout. Burnout often stems from your job, but anyone who feels overworked and undervalued is at risk for burnout, from the hard-working office worker who hasn't had a vacation in years, to the frazzled stay-at-home mom tending to kids, housework, and an aging parent. But burnout is not caused solely by stressful work or too many responsibilities. Other factors contribute to burnout, including your lifestyle and personality traits. What you do in your downtime and how you look at the world can play just as significant in causing overwhelming stress like work or home demands. 7 signs to watch out for when you're burnt out. Number 1, feeling exhausted. Are you so tired that you can't move a muscle? Do you drag yourself out of bed to get to work in the morning? Does your 8-hour shift feel like 80? Burnout is a kind of work-related stress, characterized by 3 specific things. The first is the feeling that you're exhausted both emotionally and physically. Feeling tired is a shared experience. It can be caused by disrupted sleep habits, a change in routine, or the appearance of stressors in your life. No matter the reason, tiredness can push us to our limits emotionally and mentally. In some cases, extreme tiredness sets in. This is called exhaustion. It is also known as fatigue, which becomes a problem when it continues day to day, affecting your health and safety. Signs of exhaustion. Lack of goal making. Exhaustion can leave you tired and without energy to set goals and stick with them. You might be able to make goals, but you'll set them aside and be unsure of when you'll return to them. Lack of concentration. Lack of concentration happens when you're exhausted and can't focus on a task you have started. You may have a big job to complete, but you can only give it 5 minutes before you become frustrated and give up. Disconnecting relationships. Exhaustion can lead to the inability to nurture relationships. This could mean giving your children time-consuming activities so you don't have to deal with them. Or perhaps your significant other is requesting attention you don't have the emotional capacity to give. Number 2, trouble in focusing. One of the worst symptoms of burnout is losing your ability to focus. As you start to feel overwhelmed, it gets harder to sustain your attention, which means your productivity slips, and you're more likely to work longer and take your work home with you. It's a deadly cycle. Our fractured focus is often what causes you to circle the drain of burnout. But what can you do? Once you've dealt with the worst symptoms of burnout, it's time to learn how to improve focus and attention so you can hit your goals, feel accomplished each day, and not get drawn back into its cycle. To bounce back and improve focus, we need to learn to control our attention. Here are ways to improve focus after burning out. Think of focus as a muscle and train it accordingly. It is called progressive overload, a gradual increase of stress put on your body during exercise. Training your focus muscle is no different. When you come back from burnout, you need to build around your focus slowly. This means starting with realistic goals and gradually ramping up week after week. Schedule your day to work with your body's natural ebbs and flows of energy. We all go through natural ebbs and flows of energy throughout the day. Researchers call this our circadian rhythm, a 24-hour internal clock running in the background of your brain that cycles between alertness and sleepiness. It's why you're most likely more focused in the morning and have lower energy in the mid-afternoon. When you're trying to improve your focus, you want to give yourself every advantage you can. So it only makes sense to try to align your day with those energy highs and lows. Start with a single anchor task each day. Once you know when you're most likely to be focused, it's time to make the most of that time. Choosing your anchor task requires prioritization, as well as being honest about what work is most meaningful. If you're unsure, take time to clear up your priorities with your boss or manager. Don't push yourself too much, too quickly. Instead, give yourself time to feel confident in your abilities before adding on too much. Remove distractions, both physical and digital, from your work environment. The easier it is for you to get pulled away from what you're currently working on, the more likely you'll be able to do just that. Even the basic things you keep around you can destroy your focus, like your phone, email inbox, multiple browser windows, and to-do list. Number 3, always think about your job. You're finished with work for the day. You shut down your computer, grab the used coffee cups from your desk, and head home. You're done. But are you? If you're like me, you're anything but check out. You'll mentally run through your pending tasks while you're walking your dog. You'll check your emails when you're in line at your favorite takeout restaurant. You'll brainstorm while you shampoo your hair in the shower. Sure, your body might have left the office right on schedule, but your brain, it's the most challenging working employee there is. It's consistently clocked in. First of all, take comfort in the fact that you aren't alone. In today's society where the hustle is so glorified and busy is a badge of honor, most of us are obsessed with work. Tactics to mentally shift out of work mode. Channel your energy into something else. Choose whatever you like. The point is to channel your attention into some task demanding of your mental energy, but isn't at all related to your work. Take a challenging yoga class. Sketch or paint. Play a board game with your kids. I sit down to play some music at the piano, or do color. Create a plan for tomorrow. There's a better way to cap off the day that can help you give your brain a break if it needs. It's simple. Write down a plan for how you'll finish any incomplete tasks tomorrow. This seems counterintuitive, and like it'll only add to your already disheartened emotions. But science proves that it's effective. Set screen time limit for yourself. Setting limits on your own screen time can give your mental health a boost and give you some more psychological distance between your time and your work time. Number 4, frustration, cynicism, and other negative emotions. You may start to notice that you feel more pessimistic than you used to, and that even the tiny things start frustrating you much more than they used to. While everybody experiences negative emotions sometimes, when the frequency of these forms become unusually high, they could be a sign of burnout. Burnout can make you feel more emotionally reactive to events that usually wouldn't bother you, and it can reduce your tolerance for frustration. Small failures can seem much worse and much more frustrating, and chronic stress may cause you to feel like you're not in control of your life, leading to further frustration and even depression. Our ability to deal with frustration and other negative emotions is known as frustration tolerance. Having a high frustration tolerance shows that you can cope with challenges successfully, while a low tolerance means that you may feel distress and minor inconveniences. Improve your emotional intelligence as a strategy you can use to improve the way you respond. Emotional intelligence is linked with your ability to deal with frustration. Emotional intelligence is your capacity to notice and evaluate emotions in yourself and others, and your ability to regulate the way you express your feelings. You can improve your emotional intelligence by regulating yourself during moments of frustration and waiting for an appropriate moment to express yourself, practicing empathy for others, especially people who tend to frustrate you, remembering that all emotions are fleeting, including frustration, noticing your feelings so you can react appropriately. Number 5, lack patience with coworkers and clients. Irritability is an all-time high, and even your friends in the office are getting on your nerves. Impatience is a symptom of the underlying stress and anxiety associated with burnout. Employees suffering burnout may have more friction with coworkers and clients, and come across as more irritable or impatient with them. The employee may be complaining a lot more than usual and expressing negativity more frequently. They may start to distance themselves from lunches with coworkers and after-work activities that they typically attended in the past. Things that can help. Flexible work arrangements to help balance work and life responsibilities. Employees' autonomy and how they complete tasks. Morale-boosting activities. Career development opportunities. Communicate workplace rules and procedures. employee vacation privilege. Number 6. Suffer from unexplained headaches, stomach aches, or nausea. Chronic stress causes physical symptoms that make you feel unwell. These could also be signs of another mental health issue or another underlying medical condition, so get them checked out by a doctor if they interfere with your daily life. Those of us living with chronic conditions are devoted to the cause of bettering our health. Often, no matter how hard we try, our bodies continue to fail us. You can do a few things to help ease the burnout associated with managing a chronic condition. Create space for recovery. While you can't take a break from the condition itself, you can make time to practice mindfulness, spend time with close friends or family, engage in creative expression, or find time doing activities that bring you joy. Practice self-care. Any type of self-care activity, no matter how small, can help restore energy lost to burnout. You may feel limited due to fatigue, life circumstances, or your chronic condition itself, so start simple and set realistic goals. Set boundaries. Beyond self-care, it is essential to take inventory of what is draining your energy. There may be toxic relationships, obligations, or added stress in your life that is drawing on your energy reserves. That's why you shouldn't be afraid to set boundaries. Seek professional help. If you have a chronic condition, there's never a wrong time to reach out to a trained mental health professional. When you live with a healthcare condition, it's life-changing. Number 7. Stop enjoying activities outside of work. Even when you clock out, spending time with family and friends isn't nearly as enjoyable as it once was. As burnout progresses, disinterest in work spreads to the rest of your life. No time for non-work-related needs. You begin to withdraw from your family and friends. Social invitations to parties, movies, and dinner dates start to feel burdensome instead of enjoyable. Try going for a walk, talking to a friend, or watching an enjoyable program on television. Small self-care gestures like these can stop stress from turning into something more serious like burnout. During stressful times, it's essential to reach out for help. If asking for assistance feels difficult, consider developing a self-care check-in with close friends and family members, so that you can take care of each other during trying times. While most cases of burnout manifest with similar symptoms, there may be other signs that are unique to an individual. If you find yourself constantly stressed, and some of the above characters resonate very strongly with you, you may want to consult a mental health expert. If you are experiencing burnout and have difficulty finding your way out, or you suspect that you may also have a mental health condition, such as depression, seek professional treatment. Many people feel burnout from time to time, but you don't need to allow these feelings to take over your life. By learning to manage your response to stress and frustration, you can reduce their impact and improve your overall well-being. If you find this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever Mind Blown posts a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.